Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome. It's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. Really difficult one, this. You can probably already see why. I can't get in this ear. It's really difficult. You'll see it's absolutely tiny. I mean, we're talking millimeters here. The gap there to actually get the endoscope in there to start with, and it's really hairy. It's everything that you don't want in an ear. Now, what's caused that? No, it's very swollen. It's edematous. When you describe something as having edema, it means it's swollen. And it's that way because he's got quite a nasty case of otitis externa here. Now, you didn't see the first part of this removal, just the second part, which is the bit deeper down here. You think, oh, why has he done that? Why did he not show us the first bit? For a start, I tried it to start with the endoscope hand because it was so hairy and so narrow. It was extremely difficult. So what I did it with a manual head-worn microscope. And what I also, for ones like that, when it's that narrow, it's difficult to get in. Like I said, talking millimeters. This is fine-end tube, this, by the way. So what you can see here, it looks quite big, doesn't it? But that's only once you get in, which was really difficult to get in. So the first part of the procedure, what I did, I used some of these. This is a single-use specular, which is like a little funnel shaped like that. I prefer to use these, which are like some stainless steel ones, which you can use again. Better for the environment and all that. So you can sterilise them and use them again. So what I did, put those in his ear, and what that did, it really helped to open it up. Now, you can stretch it open with the endoscope sometimes. When it's that bad, it's really difficult to do that. It can be quite uncomfortable as well. So I find, put one of these in first, then you can't use the endoscope then, because you can't then put that through the specular, because you'll have no vision. You'll be completely obstructed. So I have to wear something like these, which is, these are what they describe. I know they look a bit stupid, don't they? But like some kind of robot. But these are head-worn loops. So that's a light on the end there, which moves up and down, so it points it at the direction. And then you have these microscopes here. So that makes everything look a lot bigger. But obviously that's from outside the ear. But when it's lateral, i.e. towards the outer aspect of the ear, nearer towards me, it's not really important to get too much depth perception, which is what the endoscope's great at for stuff inside the area. But the stuff that we're trying to get out there was really near the outside. So I found it a lot easier to put one of these in and quickly suction out the first part of it using the head-worn microscopes there. Not often I do that, but this was quite a severe case of an outer ear infection. So most of what this stuff is that we're trying to suction out now, it's really compacted down there, and a lot of it's debris and discharge and skin associated with otitis externa. The chap kept getting, now what causes that? Repeated exposure to water is probably a really common cause of it. And when I asked this chap how he thinks this might have happened, when I asked him, do you get water in your ear very much? And he said, well, I go swimming quite a bit. I said, well, how often do you go swimming? And he said he goes every day. He wasn't a professional swimmer at all, it's just a hobby. And I think he did that as well as getting in the sauna every day. He goes to a gym and has a swim and gets in the sauna and what have you, hot tub, you name it, it's constantly getting water inside his ear. And that's undoubtedly the cause of this chronic infection. I think he'd been having it on and off for years and years and years and never really got to the bottom of the problem until he came to see me, and I told him this is what's causing it. Because what happens when you constantly get, pool water's not the cleanest in the world either, is it? Let's be honest. We all know what kids do in swimming pools. I don't want to put anybody off, but let's face it, it's true. And so when you're constantly getting water in your ear, what it's doing is it's rinsing away all the natural protection that your ear naturally produces. I know it'd be like teaching grandma to suck eggs, all this. A lot of you regulars who watch these videos will know already that the ear is slightly naturally acidic, and that helps to kill bugs, germs, bacteria, even fungus as well. So that natural oil that is secreted in the ear helps with all of that. And if you're constantly washing that out, you've got nothing to protect your ear. So your ear's kind of fending for itself. And that's why I've been getting these chronic infections on and off. Now you can see, can't you, I've had a right good battle with that one down there. And it's really difficult to pull this out because you can see the gap that I'm trying to pull it through. It was inevitable that this was going to get stuck as I tried to pull it through. And you can see the difficulty I'm having already seeing. Now this is lateral, now it's towards the outer part of the ear. And this is again one of the reasons why I use the other method to start with.
So do you think this is
and that tube,
by the swimming?
it's a millimetre, and you'll think it only just fits
every day.
in this chap's ear.
Always going to lead to an
So it makes you appreciate just how difficult something like this is. When you appreciate the size, go and get a ruler and have a look how big a millimetre is. It's really not that big at all. It's really small. So even though this wasn't a massive chunk, it's inevitable that it's going to struggle to get through a gap that's only a millimetre wide, and it's trying to close in on it as well. It's really swollen this ear. It's one of the most swollen ears I've seen for quite a long time. But I think just about to wrestle this thing free. And there it is. So let's have a look what's left behind. So we can see all the eardrum now, can't we? Some remnant at this point. You could hear already a million times better. I just turned the light up there because it was a bit dark. Because it can, when there's quite this type of debris, it can reflect off the camera quite a lot, make it glare a bit. But now the majority of that's gone. I can turn the setting up in the endoscope and turn the light up a little bit. This bit that's left here, just trying to peel that away to the side. It's a bit stuck that, so let's try from the other side. As you can see, there's an annoying little hair just trying to get in the way, which makes it slightly blurry sometimes. But managed to peel that away a little bit. So yeah, as for the advice I've given him, I've not said don't swim, because if swimming's your hobby, I'm not one to tell someone how to live their life, but I've certainly advised him it's probably a good idea to wear some earplugs. And if you can swim without getting his head underwater, then great. If not, then you can try some earplugs. Also occasionally using an acetic acid spray, which helps to naturally re-acidify the ear so these infections don't keep coming. It's kind of giving the ear a helping hand, a bit of extra acidity, which has been keep washing away. There is also a spray that can help provide like some kind of waterproof protection. I'm not sure on the science behind it, how well they work, but I know they do sell quite well. I'm not going to say the brand of it because they're not sponsoring me. So I think what it's based on is tea tree oil that I believe can help. I'm not expert in the science behind it, but it is quite a popular brand that uses tea tree. Now you can see that, can't you? Much better than it was before, and hopefully now he's got the right advice. He can stop getting these chronic infections, and it'll be less likely to happen again. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, found it a little bit interesting. But for now, take care of yourselves. I'll see you later. Bye bye.